Joe here, back at you with another video. I want to start off by saying thank you guys so much to all of you who are newly subscribed, who are watching my video, my new ones and my older ones, and leaving great comments and feedback. I absolutely adore you guys for that, and it's so inspiring. Like, you guys have no idea how inspiring each and every one of you guys are, leaving me feedback, and whether negative feedback or positive, I literally just soak it in and I become an even better YouTuber, a better person because of it. And so I really enjoy that. I'm just so excited to meet all of you guys. Like, you guys are just so cool, and the fact that all of you guys come from different backgrounds and from different walks of life and different cultures, that's another thing too that I really enjoy, and it's making me consider a lot of things, which I will go into at the end of this video. But I kind of wanted to make this video not only to thank you guys, but also I wanted to just talk briefly about something that is kind of along the stem of the Truth About BookTube video, which I released about 2 months ago, and is actually the video that I'm pretty sure is causing all of you guys to come to my page, which of course I'm really glad about. It's a video that I'm proud about as well, since I share my honest opinion. I wasn't sure how it was going to be received because of how controversial the title was, but you guys literally were so welcoming. I have not had anyone be nasty to me for my comments or anything like that. You guys are so tolerant, which is so surprising. I don't know what I expected, but it's just surprising to me. So I wanted to thank you guys for that. Just wanted to talk briefly about a comment that was left by Renee S. Left this very long comment, and this comment actually, it was 10 o'clock at night, I was reading it and I was internalizing everything she was saying, and I was like, you know what, I need to make a video where I'm actually talking about this as well, because it is an extension of that same conversation about the reality of BookTube. And I think that these kind of videos are not only, they're riveting in terms of discussion, but they're also quite intellectually, you grow intellectually when you think about and you criticize a system of sort. Without further ado, I'm just gonna go into what she covered in her comment. Now, her comment is extremely long. You can definitely find it in the comment section of the Truth About BookTube, which I will leave the link down below if you haven't seen the video. I highly suggest that you guys who have watched the video read other people's comments and see what they've said, because it's quite enlightening. So what Renee said, just a few of the points, I have my notes here, a few of the points that she mentioned in her comment was that she noticed that there has been this kind of set low reading standard on the mainstream BookTube platform, and that a lot of the big YouTubers, before they even became big, they weren't really critically analyzing books. They were more just talking about books that they personally liked, and there was of course YA. And the reason why they were so promoted was because they were so positive and they never really said anything negative. They never critically, analyzed or criticized these books. They just talked about how much they loved it. And because of this, people didn't want to watch negative videos or criticizing videos about the same books that were becoming popular. And then of course you had that growing YA that started with Twilight and all those books that we know and are big today. Kind of overarching positivity that BookTube had at that time we like to watch. But she was talking about how now she's noticing that there's a trend of more people kind of turning away from those all positive, now promoting and sponsored videos, to booktubers that are being brutally honest about these different books. She also said that even though they're turning from these booktubers from their reviews, they still go back more for the personalities and books, which kind of goes against the whole idea of BookTube as a whole. Now, that is a lot to unpack. Renee really hit all the points, and I'm pretty sure I agreed with everything that she said. I'm pretty sure all of you guys probably agree on some extent on all these things that she's mentioned, but I kind of wanted to give my own feedback on her comment, because I thought her comment was just, I never considered it. Even when I was making that video, I never really considered that aspect of BookTube. One of the things that I will say about what she's saying really hit the nail on the head is that the reason why that all the YA books that now if we read as adults, we're like, really, we liked this shit. The reason why those books kind of became as big as they were was because when BookTube was being established, because the big booktubers, like I mentioned in my last video, were really the ones that kind of put BookTube on the stage. Their positivity and their love for reading really is what sparked people's interest in making it a platform, and that's what BookTube grew out of, and that should not be discounted in any way. And I thank the original booktubers for that. They're the ones that really promoted this platform and inspired us to say our own voices, and so I really appreciate them for that. But I will say this as well. Another thing to consider is that YouTube is only maybe a decade old, and we're the millennial generation. We, at the time when YA was coming onto the scene, and you had this burst of YA film adaptations and book publishing, it was really when we were all teenagers. And when you're young, 14, 13-year-olds, you're gonna read YA. I mean, that's really what it is. It is books that are targeted towards that audience. And so BookTube was built on that platform because that was the age market that they were targeting. And now that us, the original audience of BookTube, is becoming older, we're all reaching adulthood, we're probably in our 20s, we're kind of looking at these books and saying, wow, like, okay, these books were good for what they were at that time period, but I want something more. And so a lot of us, people that have been on BookTube for a while, whether it's watching it or creating your own channel, we're turning to more adult books, more books that kind of cover our interest. And so that is the reason I think that you have this massive migration of people turning from YA. Not to downgrade on YA, because to be honest, I've read a lot of books that I even enjoy to this day that are YA books. But I think that the popular culture of YA that's being promoted, that's being published, is the same generic content, and you see that, and that's the reason why I think so many of us are turning against YA. And YA was a genre where you had books like The Giver and Where the Red Fern Grows, and all those books are middle grade and YA books, and they were great. The Outsiders, like, those were amazing novels, and I can still read them at my age. That's what a book is really good. It doesn't really matter about the genre or even the audience it targets. It's about the quality of the book. But the reason why that there's a lack of quality in the YA books, and probably why you yourself, if the viewers and me as well, are getting frustrated with reading these books and don't have that same connection to the books that those amazing books, is because of that low reading standard. And that's why I feel like Renee really hit it really well. I'm going to also say this. These kind of videos where you're criticizing, whether it's a book or whether it's about the BookTube system or YouTube as a whole or whatever it is, these kind of videos are meant to help people not to just become passive and just take things for what it is. It's good to criticize, it's good to question, it's good to want something more and to advocately fight for something different. And that's kind of what we're all doing. All us, like the people that I mention in my videos constantly, we're all advocating to bring something different to BookTube, to bring more diversity into BookTube. And when I say diversity, which I'm going to go into talk about this more in a future video that I will be uploading this week, so definitely look forward to for that as well. But when I mean diversity in content. I'm not talking about race, gender, culture, whatever it is. I'm talking about diversity in content, in genre, in discussion, and people coming from different perspectives. That's what I mean by diversity. BookTube has a lack of diversity that's very, very prevalent, and so all of us are fighting for that. And you guys, I hope that you guys see that with my channel. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Renee, thank you so much, love, for being unrelenting and sharing your thought. I really hope that this video did you justice. And let me know down below, guys, if you guys agree with Renee or agreed with what I said. I want to finish off this video by talking about what it is that I have been also thinking about because I read you guys' comments. I try very hard to answer each and every one of them, because I do feel that it's important to have a connection with you guys. Not only have a connection in terms of just loving or liking your comment, but actually indulging in discussion with you guys, and see how I can improve, not only as a booktuber, but also as a human being. And so I take that extremely seriously. One of the biggest things that I want to do with my channel is I want to use literature as an opening of a conversation. I enjoy these discussion videos. I see that you guys enjoy them as well, and you guys want a platform where you can share your opinions and share your voice, and I love that you guys feel open to do that on my channel, and I want to grow on that. I still plan on doing the other things that I did mention in my Get Ready With Me video. If you have not watched, I will leave that link down below as well, in terms of having fun videos for you guys to just enjoy watching. I don't want to make serious content like this where I'm talking and criticizing things all the time, but I do want to create a YouTube platform where I can not only meet more people, but I can just hear from different perspectives, because one of the things that I really value criticism. I do value criticism. I do value listening to other people. And I feel like if we did that more, there would be so much more tolerance. It would just be so much more open, and we would be just better individuals. And that's something that I really pride myself on. And I hope that I can make more videos where you guys can do that as well. So this YouTube channel is not just for me, even though it's called Joe the Great. It's not just about me, but it's also about each and every one of you guys that basically just share your thoughts in this channel, that talking and creating great riveting discussions. And so this is your channel as well. I also want to say that if you guys have any ideas for maybe discussion videos that you guys would like me to talk about, whether it has to do with books themselves or BookTube, I'm open to all suggestions. Maybe you want to know my thoughts on certain things. I'm open to that, so definitely leave them down below. You can also comment on my Instagram or send me a DM on Instagram as well. I'm going to try to become more active on my other social medias, because it's been very, very hard since I am in school and I'm in my upper division courses. It's a lot more intense, but I am hoping to have online presence, not only on YouTube, but on my other socials. So anyway, again, all the links are down below if you guys want to check them out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to where we go from here. I'm looking forward to the future videos that I'm working on this week and next week. So be on the lookout for that. And I will see you guys in the comments. Bye.